Up next on stage is one of my other favorite sisters, Miss Lightstar. Give you a little brief intro on who she is. She's a high-frequency attunement artist. She's celestial. She's a starseed ambassador. Why I love Lightstar is that she speaks about 20 different light languages. So show of hands, how many of you guys have been practicing with your light language? All right, if you guys need some vocabulary terms and some translations, she is one of the very best at that. Please put your hands together for Miss Lightstar.
Thank you. I guess I'm trapped in here. I'll come this way. Okay. So, how are you guys doing? Great. So good to see you guys. I know we have a little presentation, but it's basically going to just run in the background, up on screen perhaps. But it's going to be a presentation of basically some of my art, which if some of you guys know, my artwork is very activating. So it's actually, I combine a lot of the different realms and dimensions and beings, and start from the star beings to the angelics to the elementals, and I combine them with codes. And so a lot of them is activating. So it's just going to run up on screen. But today, what I'm actually going to talk about is, thank you, I might need to put this back on there at a later date. So, Brian's so awesome. Give it to the sound guy. He's amazing. Everybody really works very hard at these events, so I just wanted to give some kudos to them. So what I want to talk to you guys today, though, about is dreams. Yay! Let's hear it all for dreams, right? Because I think that dreams are one of the most fascinating things. And I have had dreams ever since I can remember. And I've actually kept a dream journal ever since I can remember, even when I was very young. Now, at the time, I had no idea. I didn't understand dreams. I was like, I don't know what's going on with the dream thing, but it's definitely super strong, where I was having these dreams and I didn't know what they meant, and some of them were really crazy. But I kept this dream journal, and I just kept doing it. I was just like, I don't know why I'm doing this, but even today, I still have dream journals, although my process has changed a little bit. So what I want to do is roughly go through just a few different kinds of dreams that we generally have. I'm not going to spend a lot of time because I don't have a lot of time to spend on that, but the different types of dreams that I think all of you guys can relate to, have been having, and then I'm going to do I'm going to help you guys to develop or assemble what I call your dream team. And I call it quantum dream teaming is the term that I'm using for this, because I started to realize we have assistance in the other realms and in our dream time. So we don't have to do it all alone. Okay, we seem like we're out there. Yes, we have a lot of our responsibility to grow and expand, but we actually have so much help. And I found this to be extraordinarily helpful for myself. So I'm going to help you guys to develop your dream team a little bit here, and I'll explain what that is. And I'm also going to do some activation that has to do with that as well towards the end. So first thing I want to tell you is that there's a couple of different types of dreams that I think you guys all will relate to. One of them is the psycho garbage dream. Can you tell what that is? This is that dream that you're like, what the hell? And you just want to wad it up and just throw it in the trash, right? Because what is processing all of your stuff. Things that you needed to process throughout the day, things you didn't process, you're processing in the dream time. Now, that's just one kind of dream that we just kind of usually take out the trash. There's another kind of dream that comes into play a lot, and that is our psychic premonition, precognition type dreams. How many of you guys have those? Okay, because I know a lot of you guys in here have those kind of dreams. You don't know that you're having them until something happens in your life that you can actually go back and say, wow, that happened. For me, I have been having them since I was young, but I had no idea until later in life, and that's when that dream journal came into play, when I can go back and say, oh my gosh, that actually happened, and I didn't know why I was recording that. So sometimes your precognition doesn't always happen right up front, but you can always go back and think about timelines in your life that have happened and things that have come true. I tend to have a lot of people that come into my dream time that I know, and basically it's just a download of what's happening in their life and what they might be going through, or what they might what might be coming up for them, changes, transitions, emotional stuff. And so that's a very powerful type of dream. We also have the teacher-student dreams. And there's a lot that can happen in here, but I know you guys have had these where you're teaching, or you're being taught, or you're being trained. Okay, so I always like this term to say our Jedi dreams, right? Those are the ones where we literally become a Jedi, and we're being trained by our higher team, and our guides and our angels and our star friends and all the beings that are in our dream are trying to help us. We also have dreams that are what I would call karmic clearing dreams. This is a very interesting type of dream that I came about just recently. I actually didn't know that you could clear karma in your dream time with someone that you may not even know that you have karma with. Okay, so that's, I think, happening more and more for those of us, probably everybody in this room, on the fast track, because we're speeding up, and so we're becoming more and more, we're getting through our karmic debts much faster, and we're going through more and more of them. And so you can do a lot of clearing in your dreams with karma. And we also have the shamanic journeying dream, which a lot of you guys have, where there's like the animals or the totems, or you get, scorpion coming into your dream, or you get the bear or something like that. And these animals have messages for you. And they're either messages, or they're maybe coming in to tell you that they're your totem. So these are very powerful, can also be very healing. There's many different types of dreams. One of the most recent one that I started to have is kind of like, I guess it was called parallel reality dreams. How many of you guys have those? I have a few. They're starting to come, I think it's starting to be more and more. Now, it's parallel realities, but I also can say they can be contracts, because I've been having this dream about, I used to be in the construction, restoration, forensic engineering field, believe it or not. Totally 180 degrees from this, but in that time frame, I was working for this company, and I was also in the restoration company working many years for one particular, so like a partnership there. And I continually, to this day, have dreams about working there in my dream life. So I think that a lot of us that may have made contracts, that we continue those contracts, even in our dream time, even if we're not doing it in this particular reality, because we may still have contracts with them. And so it's kind of interesting, because I have repetitive dreams about working for them again in different scenarios and different situations, and it's very fascinating to me. So this is kind of a new one. I think a lot of people are either parallel lives that you have, or also the contract dreams that are here, and you're working in the past, in our, this past, and then in our present. So there's so many different types of dreams, but that's just the overview of some of the ones that I've been seeing that are coming up most. The biggest one, I would say, is our soul missions, because I think the soul missions dreams, everyone in this room pretty much is on path, or I wouldn't say getting on path if you're not on path, but you're having soul mission dreams because you're doing this in the other realms. So you are having dreams about helping humanity here. You're having dreams about being on other planets, other universes, being up on ship. Hello, okay? All of you guys are up on the ship. I just swear, you are. At one point or another, you're having these kind of dreams. And so the soul mission dreams are really stepping up a notch. How many of you guys have noticed that dream time is becoming so much more active right now? It's crazy, okay? We are being stepped up. And to be honest, having dreams is like having a second job. And it's basically having sometimes a third job or a fourth job. For some of you guys that sign up for this, we don't stop. We have this day job or whatnot, and then we have night job. So it's like we really never stop working. So with all of this, don't you think that in dream time that we could use a little bit of help, right? So we're doing all this stuff ourselves. This is where the dream team comes into play. Now, call it the dream team or dream teaming, because I started to develop a relationship with some other beings that I enlisted to assist me directly in my dream time. Okay? So I want to give you a couple of suggestions, examples. Now, your dream, anyone can do this. That's why I said, and this is what I implore you guys to bring in your own dream team to help you in your dream life. So, for example, if you're going to start a company, let's just say you're going to start a company, you're going to pretty much have, or you're going to want to have some other departments to help you. So you might have your accounting department, you might have your marketing team, you might have your sales team. You have these different teams to help you. So why not do the same thing with your dream life? And this is your dream team. So the first thing that you want to do, basically, if you're going to be going into your dream world, because it's crazy out there and you don't know what you're going to encounter. So what are you going to do? The first thing you're going to enlist or bring along your team is a guide. And this is no different than if you were to go to the Himalaya mountains and you're going to go on this beautiful trek, but you basically have no idea where you are. You've never been there before. You have no clue, right? You could certainly go and I'm going to just go it alone and see what happens. Well, you could fall off a cliff. You could hurt yourself. All these things could happen. So the same thing with having a guide. Okay, so for instance, I have a shamanic guide that comes into my dream time. Before I have a name, I named all the team members, and this guide comes in to assist to take me where I need to go, and they know the terrain. So there may be times where I say to my guide, I'd like to get some rejuvenation. I'd like to go to the rejuvenation station, right? Or maybe you want to go up on the Arcturian ships and lay in their healing chambers or whatever it is, because you're feeling tired or feeling drained. You can have your guide take you there. You can have your guide take you on a journey in many different ways. So these are the first. This is what I would recommend is the first step to bring is a guide. But you could bring on any other team member. So that's one team member that can help you with the terrain and helping you like the Himalaya mountain trek, so that you don't fall off the cliff, so that you know where you're going. Stay away from here. How many of you guys been on the astral plane? It's a pretty gnarly place out there, okay? There's a lot of great things, but there's a lot of crazy stuff, and you want to know where to stay away from and where to go. So that's your dream team number one. Now, the second one is really powerful for those of you who do not remember your dreams, okay? If you have trouble remembering your dreams, who do you think is best going to be enlisted to assist you? And that's what I call a record keeper. So just like a crystal that you can actually, and that's actually a good idea, is to have a record keeper crystal along with your journaling and your writing your dreams down and your recording your dreams, which I tend to find is very much more helpful to record than to write down, because I'm sorry, but who wants to get up at 2 o'clock in the morning and turn on the lights and write down your dream? It's kind of, not so easy to do that, and it's harder to get back to sleep. So the recording is much more effective. You sound a little crazy in the morning when you listen to it back, but it's really helpful to get that way, get it recorded. So you have your record keeper. And I have a really interesting record keeper, which basically is like a crystalline being. So there's different types of beings, right? And one crystalline being would be the perfect solution to have your record keeper help you to remember some of your dreams. Now, they're not going to do everything for you, but they can help to retain some of the information that gets lost. And I also have a suggestion for you guys. If you're trying to remember your dreams, and you know how you're laying there and you're it's this morning time, but the moment you open your eyes, the dream's gone and you can't remember it. Well, one thing that really helped me is that instead of me laying there trying to go all the way back to the beginning of the dream, I actually went to, it's like working backwards. So I remember, it's like you go backwards with the last thing you remember and then go backwards and then go backwards, and you just put your attention on that, and slowly it starts to kind of come back into your reality. So it's a very helpful tip, because if you try to go back to the beginning, you usually wipe it all out and it's gone. So anyway, the record keeper. So that is a very, very crucial part of your dream team. Now, There is so many more, okay? But one of them that I think is important is to have your, I guess you could call it your badass dream team member, okay? That's going to be the one that is the badass of the team. So it's going to be the one that really goes to battle for you on some of the crazy stuff. Now, you can choose whomever you like. I mean, maybe you like Bruce Lee. Okay, he's a badass, right? So you could choose Bruce Lee. Or you could bring in Doctor Strange, right? With all the shields and different ways of getting out of things and all these different ways that can help you. And also, they can train you. So they can train you to actually do this. And that's why it's no different than when you're enlisting your assistants from your accounting team and your design team, your graphic design and your sales team. Well, you may not do all of that yourself, but by having the team members, you actually learn so much more, and some of it you will end up doing yourself because your team is empowering you. And so it's the same concept here. So you have your dream, I want to step on this. So you have your dream badass team member. And by the way, how many of you guys like dragons? Did you know you could enlist dragons to help you in your dream time? I mean, what better? They're dimensional, interdimensional, and these dragons have very strong and powerful different gifts that they can bring along to your dream team member. So you can enlist dragons or unicorns. How many of you guys like unicorns? This is a unicorn lover. Okay, you can have a badass unicorn. Yeah. They don't have to be all just perfect and like, but they can be badass unicorns. So you can, griffins, that's another one, okay? All these different magical creatures, okay? You can have fairies from the elemental realms or angels. We can't forget the angels. Enlisting your angels to help you. Actually, record keepers are great jobs for record keeper angels as well. So you can actually bring on any kind of team member, but this actually helps you to go about your dream time with a lot more grace and ease. And you can remember what you're doing, and then it actually helps you in your 3D reality here. So it's actually helping you to empower you to work in your life here, and not just career, but also just all the different jobs that we have, and working with relationships, connecting with people from everything, okay? Clearing the karma, there's all these different things they help you with along the path. So another one that I would also recommend, and that is helpful, is the healing dreams. I didn't mention having healing dreams, but having a master healer on your team. Because now you're going to be the one doing all of this. You're the one that's actually, moving into your ascension path, and you're the one going through this, but your team members are there to support you. And so you can have healing team members that will come in and actually do healing on you. Okay, has anybody had healing in their dream time from masters, beings of light, angels, these types of beings where you wake up and you go, something just happened. I feel different. I feel clear. Or maybe it's emotional. So you had something that happened and you wake up and it's just like, I feel so much better. Okay, so all sorts of types of healing can happen in the dream time, and that's really, really powerful. So I want to include you guys in this conversation because I want to see how creative somebody else can be. So who else has a suggestion about who could be on your dream team? Anybody have a suggestion of somebody else they would like to bring into their dream team? Anybody? Anybody? Bigfoot. Awesome. Who wants to have the Sasquatch? Okay. Thoth, however you say that. Yes. Very powerful. Anybody else? It's awesome. Yeah, he's a perfect record keeper, right? Because he already does that anyway. And that's a good point. Bring up these dream team members that already have the mastery, the skill sets that you would like to have that maybe you're feeling a little lacking in confidence of having. So bringing them on to help teach you as well as being in your dream team. Anybody else? A comedian. Keep it light, right? That's awesome. Thank you, because sometimes it gets pretty stressful in the other dimensions and the other realities where we're like, oh my God, this is crazy. So we need to keep a comedian in the realm here. And to be honest, everybody is different with what they're wanting to bring in. And one thing I want to do, which I'm going to do for you guys, help you with this, is to help activate this, to bring in one of your team members, okay? So we're going to actually do that. I know this is daytime, daydreaming, okay? Anyone heard of daydreaming? So it's the same kind of thing, but we're going to bring it in during the daytime, even though this is for your nighttime, but it can also help you in the daytime, okay? So how I want to do this is I have an image that I don't know if it was running, or it probably didn't run, so that's fine. But there's an image of mine that is called Galactic Dream Star. And the Galactic Dream Star is an image I created specifically to help with dream time. And it is a really powerful dream enhancement, I'd say, or dream time enhancement tool, because it helps to enhance your dreams, it helps to remember, and it connects with your team or your galactic team. And these kinds of processes that you go through to use these tools where it's a visual activation. I actually been using this myself for the past 6 months, and I put it right by my nightstand, and boy, has it increased and enhanced my own dream time. So I know it works because I always test things out myself. But one of my images that will come up later, you might not see it, but it's called the Galactic Dream Star. And it looks like, I'm going to give you a visual because you're going to actually have this visual the whole time. So the visual is going to be a 7-pointed star, which is the same star that I use in my Pleiades star angel image. And it does connect with the Pleiades and the Pleiadian energies, not only to that for this particular dream star, but it is a 7-pointed star. So you visualize a 7-pointed star, and then inside of that 7-pointed star is another 7-pointed star. So it's kind of doubled. And then we have a lots of sacred geometry around the 7-pointed star. So lots of sacred geometry. And then coming down from the sides is like a dream catcher. So if you picture a dream catcher over the middle and hanging down with the feathers of a dream catcher, except the feathers are like crystal. So this whole thing is like a crystalline energy. So that's what you're going to be visualizing. Okay, while I'm going to do my light language activation with this, but while I'm giving you a visual, for those of you who are visual, for those of you who are not visual, now you know what to feel, because you're going to be tuning into your more feeling senses. So you're going to be tuning into the feeling of a 7-pointed star. You're tuning into that crystalline energy. And inside of that, we're going to place what each one of you would like to activate, bring in one of your dream team members. Now, this could be different for everybody. So some of you, again, when I talked about maybe some of you really want to remember your dreams, and that's really important to you. So the first thing you're going to want to do is bring in your dream recorder, your dream keeper. And so when you bring that in, you're just going to put it into the middle of the star, okay? And then the energy of the activation is going to activate a connection or a connection to that, okay? Some of you might want to have something else. Maybe you want the badass. You're like, these nightmares or this crazy dream, and I just really need to get a badass in there. So you call upon your badass dream member. Some of you, again, want dragons or whatnot. So you're going to put that into your dream star, your galactic dream star. And then we're going to activate this, okay? So when I speak light language, a lot of you guys have heard this already. I have the old YouTube channel full of all the different types of light languages that I do. I'm speaking over about 20 of them at the moment. But I'm going to do something a little different where I'm getting that I'm going to do a combination of different languages, and they're going to roll one right into the other. So usually when I'm up here, I might do, okay, this one is Pleiadians, and this one's Arcturian, or this one. But this time, I'm getting that they're just going to roll one right into the other. And while this is happening, you're focusing upon that intention of what you want, who you want to bring in through your dream team. And this could actually be just a guide, a spiritual guide coming forth for you. It could be from the galactic realms. Maybe it is a Pleiadian, or maybe it is an Orion image, being that wants to come in. And you know that we're only putting the highest vibrations and highest frequencies of love, light, the creator, and truth into this. So don't worry about any of the negative stuff coming in, because you've already put that. We're putting that out there. You are in charge of your own energy field, right? So you put that intention up there. And don't worry about sitting next to the person and saying, well, is that my angel in the dream team, or is that person's? Because we're all in the same room, right? Just know that you are in your own energy field, putting that Merkaba field around you so that you're bringing in who you're bringing in and not the neighbors, okay? So, everybody, back here. How does this go? Okay, it goes like this. Sorry, I'm microphone retarded. Perfecto. Okay, guys, so I want everybody to close their eyes and take a nice deep breath. And as you do this, you're going to, again, envision your higher self here with you. You're going to envision that galactic dream star, 7-pointed star above your head. And in that dream star, you're going to place that intention to bring in one of your higher aspects of these dream team members. Whatever's important to you, bringing that forth, and just by placing the intention on that. And as I speak these languages, you're going to be integrating, activating, experiencing, not with the mind, but with the heart and the energy centers of the soul. And just breathe through anything that wants to come through and connect and communicate and tap in through color, through sound, through feeling, vibration.
Miala kalai, sola kalmai, vera sotai kamala, wala sia kalahios, waso maleala, dala gulashi, soti la kalamalas, suya samalala tila, ula kalaya. Hala somai via tala alme sol ore varasia nasuaya meo turia kalam mas marioso uratala kile hiala shia la shohula kalamsaya malotia valasan Yarasanakas, Narakos, Shamarkish, Omarkarash, Markarish, Subrikish, Ikudat, Alakalashan, Marasukier, Karashita Kalandayaratum, Woody Asun Kashi Utuyaranti, Upsa, Mishir, Mukari Antarakaramashki, Matsuguriash on the Kriasku, Markarishka Unakafri and Karash, Warkarushkiti and Kruat Kriash, Urkiti to Kriantriashkuti at Krianda, Warkushikiti and Kriasku indeed. Markushket katolta vreashkut antar omneshkut antar komreshkut antar omreshkut inda warashia rokoran tarmtieshkut ante ministu tre ara antare hushia warashi tutskarantri sho sumtashi huasha ku itire ke shanati atuma karashon misuara shishia tarumki ukagumachishia motia tarasan Marashi otoromnayaka. Harusun tere ishum. Akal makashi ishu untanitum. Ho sonte ishi ukayekio shana yutso. Husi tio kashian takarama sak. Hario shua sia umashi ore antari umke. Wasiora mati shiti kunia taramse unterete wasain shi ansi. Ishu ukaya sumna ishi utaramias. Wai tio kuya ndaisu. Wantuya hania sutapashia taramasa. Ati ndura asumdi aushi. Wai kyoku hantu shi wanato. Yarakai. Mensayim, Meestua, Varian, Varakai, Vestuia, Marachi, Shonia, Halon, Mario, Ramaius, Berekia, Azuia, Hania, Kalem, Aliash, Verakum, Verase, Vereshia, Nastukai. Biaku keal akala komashikai, soya ki akalomashik, kalakosh, nasuki alakomak, barkushi akalakam. Everybody take a nice deep breath in, allowing all those communications, integrations, colors, connections with this being that is now integrated into your field. Taking a moment and allow this energy being to possibly to just scan you and connect with your energy so they can help you in your dream time or in your daydreaming, in your life, coming forward with the highest frequencies of love to bring into your life. Let it soak in, let it come down from that 7-pointed star. All those energies, all that integration and connection, bringing it down, integrating it into your heart, opening your heart, and allowing that energy to flow through your body, and thanking this beautiful being your higher self has brought forth today, that your connections throughout the next few days and beyond to work with this team member. Before perhaps bringing in another team member, it's a good idea to work with the first one for a while. Get to know their energy, get to know how they work, and vice versa. So as you breathe in, once again, breathing all this energy with you, keeping all this energy, expanding your heart. And while we're here, opening it up for the rest of this conference, for all the information to come through in our lives, in our bodies, to integrate and assimilate in the best way for each one of you individually. And as you breathe and open your eyes, coming back to the room into fully present time, I want to thank you guys for this connection, and hopefully you made some good connections with your dream team member, and you can share them. I'll be here for the next few days, obviously, wandering around. I do have I don't have a table here, but if you'd like to come up and share, I also have my Magical Dimensions cards. I have them in my car. I have a few decks here, so I do have a small amount of those. But if you'd like to come up and just share, I'd love to hear what your experiences were. And I want to thank you guys so much. I'm blessed to have you guys here and to be honored to be sharing this with you. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoy the rest of this entire conference. I love you guys.